Hi, I'm Debbie and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. We're a little bit late, but it's time to do our overview for Scorpio season, October 23rd through November 22nd. Now, you know that when I'm doing the long readings, which is what I call this, I'm using a boatload of decks. I am using my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards, main message, my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards to kind of clarify, Osha Zen Tarot for words of advice. We come back to my Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards, and then we do pull one from my Radley Valentine Guardian Angels. At the end of it all, we look to see with my Emily Anderson crystal deck what crystal might be helpful for you. Now, remember that I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, and I am an intuitive channeler, so take what you like, leave the rest. My job is just to open myself to higher power and let it flow. Scorpio season, I did do an overview. So please take a look at that. It's very interesting, the dates, the energies, lots of interesting energy. I also have my notes posted on my website, www.divinedestinywithdebbie.com. So please take a look at that also. Also, too, remember, like, share, subscribe, click on those buttons, click on the bell for notifications. I do hear from people saying that they haven't been getting notifications, so unclick the bell, click it again. Okay? Okay. Now, anything that is reversed is stronger energy, so just know that. I also tell you to write down the numbers. The numbers have a lot of power and a lot of messages. You can go onto your search browser and put the numbers in and put angel messages or angel words, numbers. Click the enter button and see what pops up. Okay? Okay. So pretty much that's all our housekeeping. So let's go on and let's start our readings. Hello, my Libras. You are my last reading and my voice has lasted. I am so happy. How are you? Well, your energy is still going strong along with Aquarius energy. Wow, you're going to make Scorpio season very, very interesting. So let's see. You're transitioning though, so you should feel like things are getting a little lighter for you. They're not quite so pressured, but that Aquarius energy, that's going to be big stuff. Okay, let's see what we have for you, my Libras, during Scorpio season. Remember too, I don't know if I mentioned, no, I don't think I mentioned this, but the new moon, Scorpio season brings about the season of eclipses. So the new moon is going to be in Scorpio. We'll have an eclipse, and it will be a super moon with an eclipse. So there's going to be lots of changes with that too. Okay, let's see what we have here for my Libras. First card is, well, it looks like you're going into some better times. Okay, sixes is the number of man. Six is the energies you put into something. Air energy is your energy. So the pressure should be lifting a little bit for you. Libra season was not an easy season. Scorpio season, as Libra energy starts to transform and transfix and just lighten up, this also is going to this is going to happen for you. Now, air energy is your energy. Aquarius, it's also Gemini. Thought processes, making plans. I told you that your energy is still going to be intense, but it's lightening up. It's getting a little easier, but Aquarius energy is just kind of like grabbing it and saying, oh, let's go with this. But this is moving on. This is seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. This is going into a better future, a better place. Okay? Things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. So you can start breathing a little easier now. Okay, my Libras? Next card up is release. Now, this is in traditional tarot, this is the death card. So something has to, but don't be afraid of it. We have a 13, so 1 is a new beginning, 10's transition, 3 creativity, 3 has a lot of celebration, 3 is very, very powerful. Something has to die, something has to end, something has to quit in order for you to be reborn. Now, interesting thing about Scorpio season. Scorpio season has the scorpion, but it also has the eagle, flies high, sees things from a bigger viewpoint. It also is about the phoenix. The phoenix, rises up from the ashes. Okay, again, it's about death and rebirth. Now, when I talk about death, I'm not saying something is dying. No one. No, no, no. Something, though, in your life has to end in order for something new to begin with. Okay, so that could be something like, we're in the full moon to the new moon period. That's when you get rid of things, when you release, relinquish. The new moon to the full moon is when you request. I think I can't quite remember. You'll have to look at, either watch the overview or go look at my notes, but I think it was around the 5th or 6th is when that new moon happens in Scorpio, so there could be a shifting at that time. But this is letting go, moving on. Let's have a nicer life. Let's be happy. Okay? The end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. Again, this is release, Archangel Azrael. Next card is 6 of water. I like this. So you've got your 6, 13, and a 6. Or it could be 6, 31, 6, because you can go backward or forward. Water energy is our Scorpio, Pisces. It's our Cancer. It's fluid, emotional, very committed energy. This is thinking back. This is thinking back to happy times. This is also romanticizing the past. This is thinking back where, kind of like, this is where we were, I don't really feel, though, it's where you want to be anymore. It's now time for you to, again, to let this go and for you to move on with this, okay? So, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. I kind of feel like it should be like this. It's like, I'm really ready to let something go. I am letting it go. I am moving on to something that much better. I feel like that's kind of where this is going for you, my Libras. I like that. I can handle that. This is good. I like this. I have a lot of wonderful Libra people in my life, so I like this. But that release can be a little bit on the harsh side. So it may be a little, there might be some emotional energy with that too. So be prepared for that. Okay? So let's go on here with my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, which I do love, but they do not have any 10s and they do not have court cards in them, so they cannot be called a true tarot card. Okay, let's go on here. See what we've got here. First card. Oh, no, 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 no. 8. 8's unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. This is kind of like, this is called trapped in fear. You're really not trapped, but this is like, well, then what's next? Things are moving on. Something ends, something begins, but what's next? What's next? I don't know what's next. No one knows what's really next. The future is unknown, but we do need to live in that present. So let fear go. Let work. A lot of this is, a lot of this is in our minds, because I do believe that this is the 8 of air, and I do believe that this is saying this is in your mind. Stop overthinking. Stop overanalyzing. Just stop. Okay? Just stop. Go back up to this. So the release, going and moving on to something new, can be a little scary. It can be a little scary. Next card is, again, okay, so now we have an 8. So I think this would be your 8 of fire, I think. But it's funny, we have the 8, we have the 8. So we have the 8 of air, we have the 8 of fire. And this is saying, don't be so worried. Things are going to actually work out better than you even think that they are. And this is going to be a month of major transformation for you, my Libras. But again, too, it's hard, especially when we think back a little bit. It's hard to just kind of go, it's hard to let something go. It's hard to let something go, especially when we don't know what's in that future. But positive movement forward. Our next card. Okay, now, so this would be 15. That would be a major arcana. This is temptation. This would be called your devil card. This is, it's kind of like, well, I think I'd rather stay here. I don't necessarily know. I'd rather stay where I know it's safe, where I know things aren't going to hurt me, where I know. Well, the devil card is like, so you'd rather be with the devil you know than the devil you don't know. Or risk it for possibly a better life. Now, 15 does have that 555 energy, positive, I mean, very, very changeable energy. Where do I go? What do I do? So even that, and sometimes too, this can also be about being afraid of success, about possibly, again, I'd rather stay in my bondage. I'd rather stay, just kind of, this could be somebody that's retiring, somebody that's, working, going and breaking out on their own, somebody that's starting a new career, starting a new life, starting a new job, starting a new, and they're kind of like, why did I do this? It's silly. The thing is, though, I look at it this way. Fear is the tool of the devil. And if you've thought about this, if you've prayed about this, if you've connected with your higher power, the energies are saying things are moving to a better place for you. It's our mind that keeps us trapped. Okay? Okay. Let's go on and see what Osha Zen Tarot cards have to say as words of advice. Well, those cards definitely want to come out. Here we go. See what we have here. So even though things are working out for you and going well, you tend to still start thinking too much. You start thinking about, okay, how things might not work. Oh, what about this? What about this? Hey, let's go with this first one. Moving into a better place. Okay, first card is the dream. So now we have that 6 energy again. This would be like your lovers. This would be like your, well, this is how I always wanted it to be. But it's necessary, so it's like, are you dreaming? Are you hoping? Are you wanting more? Is this something that, that you want to go after? Now, is your dream realistic? There's a lot of this 6 energy, how much you put into this. Is this realistic? These are things that you have to make your decision and your choices about. Next card. Control. Ooh, control. Rigid, hard. This is the way I want it to be. Ooh, I don't know. Is this somebody that's controlling you, or is this you trying to control you? It's something to be aware of. Next card. Your mind. I keep telling you that a lot of this is your mind just taking you to places that you really don't want to go to. You trap yourself with your thoughts many times, my Libras. I'm sorry to say that. You've got these wonderful cards up here, moving on, moving on, end of a phase or situation. You've got these wonderful, wonderful cards. Then you have, it's kind of like, well, the energies want to push you forward. The energies want to open up. And then, we have hopes, we have dreams, we have places we want to go to. We have, positive movement forward, but then we are our own worst enemies. So, what do we want to do about that? But again, too, you're not totally to blame on this, my Libras, because that Aquarius energy is so controlling right now. Those squares, it's like, how do we put this here? Those squares, they don't want to give you any room for movement. Be aware of that. Okay, let's see what we have here. I've been finding that a lot of these have been, and again too, what I say, the 5th or 6th, I think, is that new moon. So maybe that's where we're getting these 6 energies too. I've been finding that a lot of this has been pre-new moon, or I'm thinking that it is. So let's see what we have as a post-new moon, okay, for my Libras. Here we go. Oops, okay, you want to stay with us? Fine. 1, 2, and 3. All 3 of these cards are reversed. Here we go. Put that up there. And let's see what we have with this. Okay, first card is the Lover. So we have this, we have this. Okay, we have some more of the 6. So a lot of this energy is the energy that you can actually make yourself. Put it out there. Remember, stay positive, positive thoughts, positive words. The Lovers could be that there is a new connection for you. There could be, maybe this is what you've been wanting in your life. Maybe there is a new romantic connections. I mean, I know I talk about those relationships, and it usually is more your job or your career. But what if this is actually, and this could be one of those times that you are afraid to succeed. This could be very emotionally committing for you. You know, there could be a lot of fear to get into a new relationship, whether this is personal or not personal. Well, I do think though, that with these two cards, I do think you have a lot of personal energies. I think that in many ways, you know, and this could be that you want to control the situation, you want to control your own responses. And I do think that this has a good general overview, but then I do think that I do think that these cards are kind of connected. I do think that you could be coming into a very new relationship, intimate relationship, personal relationship that scares the poop out of you. Okay, the Lovers, Archangel Raphael. The nice thing about Raphael, though, is that he is the healing angel. Make choices from your heart. Deeply emotional commitments. The power of love. Even if it scares the poop out of you. Okay, next card. This is reversed. King of Michael. This is the King of Swords. So King's underlying energy is swords. Michael, air. So this is air. So this is your energy again. Okay, this is thinking things through. This is kind of a little bit weird, or this is a little bit kind of not quite sure how we're going to work with this, because a lot of this has been your mind. So possibly the King of Michael's here to say, really look at this and think things through. You know, maybe you really need to be objective. Maybe you really need to look at this without the fear base, without the worry. You know, is it this that you're worried about? Are you worried about moving on? Are you worried about a new life? Look at it maybe objectively. But the King of Michael could also be you're just too much in your mind and you need to be living more so in the reality, in the present. I'm going to go that the King of Michael, though, is really trying to give you some sound advice, okay? The King of Michael, principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity. A situation that calls for honest and open communication. Okay, and last card here, the Six of Gabriel. So again, besides you've got just a ton of sixes. So you got the 6, 6, you got the 6, 6, and then you have the 6 again. So 6 seems to be your number. I would definitely be looking these up, my Libras. But the 6 of Gabriel, again, 6, we know what that means. Gabriel is fire energy. We had that Aries full moon. We still have Venus is still in Sagittarius until it goes into Capricorn. That's going to be an interesting time. I think that actually, right now, the Venus in Sagittarius may be a little bit too adventurous for you. Capricorn's going to be a little more fun. It's going to be a little different, okay? But the 6 of Gabriel is, you did it. You did it. You accomplished what you needed to accomplish. Give yourself a pat on the back, okay? Congratulations. You've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, awards, scholarships, or promotion. So all of this 6 energy going on, you know, again, too, I told you Scorpio season is going to be like, it's going to be it's going to be like a pressure cooker for many things. In other ways, it's going to be really quite wonderful, but in other ways, the things that really maybe we feel a little bit more vulnerable about, I feel like, you know, that's going to be the pressure cooker, okay? Okay. Anyway, let's go on and see. But you did it. You did it. You did a wonderful job. Things are moving on for you. Get out of your head. Stop thinking so much. There could be a relationship, personal, romantic, that scares the poop out of you. Well, that's okay if, I don't know. Anyway, I won't go down that way. Anyway, let's go on and see what we have with the guardian angels. So I kind of feel like it's a double vein, a double pathway for you here. Okay, this is reversed. Healer of thought. Now, thought is your energy. Healer would be the queen, would be also water energy as the underlying, but then thought, your energy. It's time to clean up your life. I like this one because right there I'm thinking of this here. Get rid of anything that clutters your space or makes you disorganized. People who take from you but don't give back should be released as well. Oh, she's not holding back anything, is she? Okay, you or another person involved in this situation is wise, insightful, and caring, and has a wonderful sense of humor and offers a lot of life experience. I think I need to read that again for my Libras, because this is, she's not holding anything back. It's time to clean up your life. Get rid of anything that clutters your space or makes you disorganized. People who take from you but don't give back should be released as well. Ooh. You or another person involved in this situation is wise, insightful, and caring, has a wonderful sense of humor, and offers a lot of life experience. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I feel about that one. She's pretty strong there. Okay. Okay. So, let's see what crystal or energy would be helpful for my Libras for this month, for this season, I should say. Again, oh, it's gonna be big. Okay, here we go. Intense, I should say. Here we go. Blue lace agate. I like this. It's about kindness, good communication, peaceful outcomes. There it is. Love and marriage. Interesting. Ooh! Go back there. Go back there. Anyway, my Libras, interesting times ahead for you, aren't there? But in many ways, the energies lighten. In many ways, you're going to get the same Scorpio intensity. Okay. All of us. All the signs are getting that. Anyway, my Libras, remember, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. If you don't get my notifications, unclick the bell, click it again. As always, my Libras, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.